Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, Canada proposing seaplane safety changes, an advertising blimp gets more attention than planned, Citation Longitude achieves a milestone. I'm Bree Cross, it's May 25th, 2016, and this is Airborne Unlimited. Canada is proposing changes to their seaplane regulations. The proposed regulations respond to the Transportation Safety Board of Canada's recommendations following the 2009 seaplane accident in Lyall Harbour, British Columbia, and the 2012 accident in Lillabelle Lake, Ontario. The changes appear to be addressing the fact that when on water, a seaplane is effectively a boat, and that passengers should be protected in the case of an occurrence that places them in the water. This issue is particularly important in Canada because of the extensive use of seaplane travel in their more remote areas. The proposed changes include requiring all passengers and crew on commercial seaplanes to wear an inflatable flotation device when boarding the aircraft and while it operates on or over water. They would also require mandatory training for pilots of fixed-wing commercial seaplanes on how to exit a seaplane underwater. Another consideration is the adoption of more modern, practical, and durable flotation devices designed for constant wear. The proposed regulation is open for comments for 30 days. An advertising blimp made an off-airport emergency landing last Friday, with initial reports indicating the problem had something to do with engine overheating. Reuters reports that the aircraft went down in Fishtown, a suburb of Philadelphia, once known as the center of a large fishing industry, but now a more upscale neighborhood with music venues and restaurants. The aircraft went down in a construction zone near a major highway, and no injuries to the blimp's two occupants or people on the ground were reported. It's reported the blimp was making its third trip over the city and returning to Camden, New Jersey to land when the pilot, Trevor Thompson, noticed the engine problem. According to the report, the wind pushed the aircraft away from a landing in a field into the construction zone in Fishtown. After the break, the first Cessna Citation Longitude is on schedule.
Redbird is quickly becoming the industry standard for flight training. Since Redbird introduced its revolutionary FMX in 2007, colleges, universities, and flight training operations around the world have integrated Redbird products into their curriculum. It's time to discover what Redbird can do for you. Join the migration.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
Welcome back. If you would like to be a supporter of Airborne Unlimited, send an email to jim@aero-news.net. The Cessna Aircraft Company announced that it has successfully completed the wing and fuselage mate of the first Cessna Citation Longitude. The company says this is a significant milestone in the production of this aircraft, which is on track for first flight this summer and entry into service in 2017. The Citation Longitude is the company's latest innovation as it continues to invest in its family of larger business jets. The clean sheet design of the Longitude integrates what Cessna says is the latest technology throughout the aircraft. According to Cessna, the aircraft will offer a full fuel payload of 1,500 pounds, a maximum cruise speed of 476 knots, and a high-speed range of 3,400 nautical miles. With some 2,000 Aero-TV programs webcast to cyberspace, sometimes it can be fun to look back and enjoy some of the places we've seen, the flyers we've met, and the planes we've flown. Here's a look at one of our favorite Aero-TV classic episodes.
Last night it won Grand Champion Ultralight, which was an award that hasn't been awarded for a number of years because there hasn't been a plane that met the Grand Champion standards that the judges were looking for.
The term ultralight seems to conjure up the picture of something that looks like a flying lawn chair. In this video, you'll see an ultralight built by Steve Cole that is a thing of beauty and actually looks like an airplane. Search Bright, Shiny, Airworthy on Aero-TV's news channel. After these messages, a golfing club must stop its helicopter operation.
Sandia introduces the new SAI 340 Quattro TSO'd airspeed, attitude, altitude, and slip. With integral backup battery, Safety never looked so good. See it now at www.sandia.aero.
Concorde's recombinant gas RG series sealed battery technology produces a high-performance battery with the advantages of being pre-tested and fully charged at the factory. Find out more about Concorde's entire line of batteries at www.concordebattery.com. Concorde, the heart of your aircraft.
Welcome back. With so much news coming out of the aviation industry, we're summarizing some other interesting stories in a brief segment we call Around the Patch. The Florida Department of Transportation has told the Concessions Golf Club in Bradenton, Florida, to stop operations at its helistop. They claim the club did not comply with state and federal statutes and regulations regarding the establishment and operation of the helistop. The FAA has posted a new safety video. It is the third installment in a series of videos being produced by the agency. This video outlines the success of previous initiatives to enhance airport safety and reduce the risk of runway incursions. The NTSB released its preliminary report from the accident May 14th during an air show at DeKalb Peachtree Airport, which fatally injured airshow pilot Greg Connell. The report indicated no obvious failure of the aircraft controls or engine, and the investigation will continue. A lawsuit stemming from the crash of a medical helicopter in Iowa in 2013 has settled before the case went to trial. The NTSB reported the probable cause of the accident was the pilot's inadvertent encounter with icing and his subsequent in-flight loss of control. Bombardier and VistaJet have achieved a major milestone as the private jet company welcomed the 100th Bombardier business jet into the fold. VistaJet claims to operate the world's largest privately owned fleet of Bombardier business aircraft. Well, that's the trip around the patch. Now let's move on to the rest of the news. The head of Air Force Air Combat Command says that the Chinese and Russians are becoming more aggressive in their intercepts of U.S. warplanes flying near the west coast of the United States. In an interview with USA Today, General Herbert Carlisle said that meeting those challenges is dangerous but essential work. Carlisle said that the U.S. military has a growing concern about a resurgent Russia and an increasingly aggressive China. Both have designs on expanding their spheres of influence. Russia has designs on Eastern Europe, while China has been expanding into the disputed South China Sea. In the interview, Carlisle said, quote, "Their intent is to get us not to be there so that the influence in those international spaces is controlled only by them. My belief is that we cannot allow that to happen. We have to continue to operate legally in international airspace and international waterways. We have to continue to call them out when they are being aggressive and unsafe." Well, that's our program for today. Remember to get comprehensive real-time 24/7 coverage of the latest aviation and aerospace stories anytime at aero-news.net. Remember that Airborne Unlimited is streamed daily Monday through Friday with additional breaking news bulletins for important stories that fall outside of our normal deadlines. Please join us and a growing roster of over 100 outstanding industry associations and organizations every weekday for the best in aviation and aerospace news from the staff of the Aero-News Network, the aviation world's most comprehensive news and information resource.